Namaste. Welcome to this short practice for releasing the neck and shoulders. So if you've got a really sore neck, or possibly something that's going from your neck down into your shoulders, it can be difficult to know what to do that will not exacerbate it, not make it any worse. So if you find yourself with that going on, then here are a few things to do as you start your day. So the first thing that you can do is, lying down in your bed, get rid of your pillow and simply hold your arms away from the body to a point where the shoulders feel nice and comfortable, and sway your nose from one side to the other. Just a simple sway, trying to surrender as much of the weight of the head as possible into the bed or the mattress, whatever you happen to be lying on. Perhaps you have bounced out of bed onto your yoga mat to do this. And then in the center, you can gently nod your nose up and down, drawing the chin a little to the chest and lifting a little as well. And the idea of these practices is just to begin to feel your way into what's comfortable in your neck, but also to do it without the muscles of the neck having to support the weight of the head. And then you can gently press the back of the head into the mattress or the floor and release, and press and release, and press and release. So just a few times. And then perhaps it's helpful to stretch out some of those structures in the back of the body, so you can have your arms wide and then wrap one arm over the other and drape the weight of the arms towards the floor. So feeling that space between the shoulder blades, really connecting down. Maybe a little gentle stretching between the shoulder blades. And again here, if it feels comfortable, you can gently roll or wave the nose from side to side, not trying to twist the head, trying to make the muscles of the back of the body feel comfortable here. For those who enjoy the practice a little bit more, you can even take eagle arms here, so wrapping the backs of the hands or the palms of the hands towards each other. And then lifting the elbows up and down a little bit, but only if that feels comfortable. And when you've done it on one side, relaxing in the center and just giving yourself a moment in the center before doing the same thing to the other side. So draping the arms first, perhaps finding a little gentle sway of the nose from side to side. And then if it feels comfortable, wrapping the backs of the arms, or the backs of the hands rather, or palms of the hands together, and lifting the elbows up and down a little. And that might just get a little stretch where you need it before releasing on this side as well. And then swaying the nose a little from side to side, just making sure that there's no effort residual from your practice left in the body. And you can roll to one side. And if you're in bed, sitting up on the edge of your bed, and if you're on your yoga mat, sitting up. These exercises can be done in any seated position, as long as you feel like you're lifted tall. And finding some soft movements with the shoulders. Maybe rolling them in both directions. And what we sometimes forget is that the place where we're feeling the pain isn't necessarily the origin of that discomfort. It isn't necessarily the place where we are injured or strained. So when we work with neck and shoulder and sometimes upper back pain, then we're trying to find a way for the body to be comfortable, to ease out that sense of discomfort, to let go of the holding that's created that tension, that stiffness. So if you can, soft in the elbow, just making some nice big circles with one arm at a time. You can use your other hand to support. And if you want to, you can begin to build into that movement. So the idea here is not to hold anything particularly rigid, not to adhere to any particular form. So you can rock on your buttocks from side to side. You can turn your head in any direction that feels good. You can move as much of your torso, shoulders, chest, back, and neck as feels comfortable. And you can go in both directions. And if you begin to do these gentle mobilizing practices daily or regularly, you'll feel the benefit of them for sure. And then moving to the other side, spending a moment just deciding or just observing the difference between the two sides of the body, and then moving to the opposite side. And again, you can stabilize with your opposite hand. You can even reach out to the side if you prefer. So you open up underneath the armpit a little bit more, but it doesn't matter. We're keeping the elbow soft so that the weight of the arm is less pronounced on the shoulder joint itself. And then you can go in the opposite direction as well, making sure to keep your face relaxed if you can and your jaw, allowing your body to rock, to move, to respond to the movement of the shoulder and the arm. And then resting this side to stillness as well. And then the other thing that's quite useful is to open the chest. So we spend a lot of time slouching a little bit. So opening the chest can be a really therapeutic thing to do for the back of the body if you feel tension in the back of the body. So if you take your hands behind you and interlace your fingers or hold wrist to hand to wrist, and roll the shoulder blades towards each other, maybe roll the elbows towards each other, but keep your elbows a little bit bent. I'll turn sideways so you can see a little bit better. And then you're going to slide one hand to the opposite hip. And from there, tuck the elbow that's sticking out in, and just make any movements that feel good with your neck. They might be gentle rollings away from, in this case, away from the left shoulder. And then when you're ready, you can take your hands back to the center, slide them to the opposite side, stick your elbow in, and make any movements that feel good with the neck. Perhaps a little gentle rolling away from the right shoulder. When you're ready, releasing. Again, rolling the shoulders a little bit. The key thing is keeping moving, softening when you feel tension, watching for tension in the jaw and the forehead, and watching the shoulders. If they creep up, softening them down, not forcing them, just releasing them. And hopefully this will help you to feel a little bit more comfortable on days when you've got a stiff or sore neck and shoulders. Namaste.